What's up, everybody? Once again, my name is Matt, and welcome back to Let's Play Ocarina of Time 3D Master Quest. In the last episode, we finished off the water temple, got ourselves the fire arrows, and collected a few golden skulltulas here in the Lake Hylia area. In this episode, get excited, guys, because we're doing more side quests, and I know a couple of you guys are excited because, I've been getting a couple of comments recently saying, hey, you should do more side quests, but guys, come on, man. It's a Zelda playthrough on my channel. Like, you already know it's going to be 100% completed. We're doing all the side quests, so don't you even worry about that. In fact, it's always in the description of the video as well. But, yeah, in this episode, we're going to start by going into the fishing hole as an adult, because there's some more fish that we can catch. So let's talk to our friend here, shall we? Hey, mister. I remember you. It's been a long time. How many years has it been? 7 years? What have you been doing all that time? Dude, you don't want to know. You're my only customer. I'm almost out of business. Seriously, on top of that, my hair... I mean, never mind. Well, do you want to go fishing? It costs only 20 rupees. Alright, let's do it then. So here's an interesting factoid that I found out very recently, in fact. I was watching someone play through the debug ROM of Ocarina of Time, and the debug ROM is basically a version of the game that allows you to access various different maps, including some beta elements of Ocarina of Time, which is pretty cool. But, in the menus that you can use to sort of load in the various different maps, one of the modifiers is Link's age. And instead of saying, like, you know, young Link or adult Link, it actually gives you the numbers. So I think they may have changed how long Link spent in the Chamber of Sages at some point, because in the debug ROM, Link's young Link age is 5, and Link's adult Link age is 17, which obviously the difference between the two is way more than 7 years, so I thought that was kind of interesting. They must have changed it at some point while they were developing the game. Anyway, though, there's one very large lunker of a fish in this lake that we need to catch. It's like 19 pounds. It's going to take a while, so I think I'm just going to save us some time, and I'll cut until we catch that fish. Alright, come on, it's like right there. I can almost taste it. Just reach out and grab it, Link. Oh my gosh, this guy is just struggling. There we go, finally. That took forever. Wow, this is a real lunker. Let's see, 19 pounds. Heck yeah, I want to keep that. Like, I'm not even joking, guys. That took probably close to 20 minutes just to catch that one fish. Like, I got it to latch onto my lure a couple of different times, but it broke free like every other time, except for obviously this time where we caught it. Anyways, let's show it to this guy. So, weigh my fish, please. Whoa! This fish is huge. It looks like a new record, at least 19 pounds. Seriously, okay, here's your prize. And he gives us the golden scale. So with this, we can dive down even deeper than we could before, which is pretty helpful. Now that we got that, though, let's get out of here because there is no reason to fish any longer. Now that we have this new golden scale, we can immediately do something with it to get a piece of heart. And it's right here in Lake Hylia, so it actually won't take us much time at all. So we're going to make our way over to the lakeside laboratory, and there's a couple of things that we can do over there right now. When we were a kid, we actually planted a magic bean over here, and we could use that to reach the roof, but to be honest, the bean kind of takes you in an odd way. So instead, what you can also do is take out your ocarina and play the Scarecrow song. Then our buddy Pierre will appear right on the roof for us, allowing us to get up there much quicker than riding the bean. So you don't really need to plant that one if you don't want to. Anyways, if we climb this ladder, and oh my gosh, I forgot about the crow. I forgot about the stupid crow. Thanks a lot, Crow. I hate you so much right now. You have no idea. Anyways, alright, you know what? You're gonna die. And like I was saying, if we climb up this ladder to like the very top of this, I guess, chimney structure or lookout tower, whatever it is, well, we're gonna find a piece of heart just waiting to be collected. So there we go. And that is not the only piece of heart that we can get, because there's actually another way we can get a piece of heart inside the laboratory. Alright, so I got a question for you guys, because I do this a lot actually. I say both laboratory and laboratory, and I think it's probably because I spent like a lot of time watching Dexter's Lab as a kid, like it was one of my favorite Cartoon Network shows. But I'm curious, how do you guys pronounce laboratory? Do you say laboratory or laboratory? Anyways, though, yeah, you want to just dive all the way down to the bottom here. You can only do this if you have the golden scale. You'll hear, like, the little Zelda chime, then talk to this weird scientist guy. You may not have noticed, but I've been watching you. You touched the bottom just now. Fantastic, I'll give this to you. Alright, and he gives us, yes, a piece of heart. Now, you might be thinking, what about your iron boots? Couldn't you just use those? Well, you can reach the bottom with the iron boots, but, yeah, he'll say you're, like, cheating and not actually give you the reward. However, there is a point to coming down here with the iron boots because, yep, there is another golden Skulltula that needs to be collected. Alright, so now that we got that, we're basically done with everything in the Lake Hylia area for right now. So, what do you say we go and take on another really long side quest? This one is going to take place in Hyrule Field. So, first things first, let's go back to the Temple of Time real quick. And I totally didn't play the wrong song again. Nope, I definitely played the Prelude like the first time and not, you know, the Song of Time. Yep, nope, I did it. You guys played it wrong. I don't know what you're talking about. Alright, so the reason why I'm going back to the Temple of Time is because, well, it's a little bit quicker to get to, like, the section of Hyrule Field that I want to go to, but along the way there is a character that I want to talk to sort of, I guess, better explain why we're doing this quest, because although we could do it right now, no problem, there's really no context to us doing it right now, and I kind of do like to provide some context. That way you guys sort of understand why we're doing the things that we're doing. Like, we're not just, you know, doing all these side quests because, you know, we can. There sort of is a point to all of it, and it does tie in, I guess, with, like, the main plot of the game. So that's sort of why I like to provide that extra bit of context, just so you guys understand everything. Alright, let's talk to this guy. Oh, you are quite an energetic young man. You're brave and handsome, too. Your name is Link, isn't it? Don't be surprised, I can read people's minds. If I looked as good as you, I could run a different kind of business. I don't know what you mean by that, and I don't want to know. My shop is the only ghost shop in Hyrule. Because of the Great Gandalf, it is a fine time for a business like this. Oh, I can only hope the world gets even worse. The ghosts called poes are spirits of concentrated hatred that appear in the fields and graveyard. They hate the world. Young man, if you catch a poe, I will pay a lot of money for it. Okay, so here's the deal for this quest. There are 10 big poe souls in Hyrule Field that we need to collect. He's gonna pay us for every single soul, 50 rupees I believe, but our wallet's almost maxed out, so the money is not the reason why we're doing this. After we give him like 10 poe souls, he'll give us something else, which is pretty nice. You're gonna want to empty out all your bottles for this, so I guess it's finally time for us to part ways with this red potion, even though, you know, I kept it for like a really, really long time, since like the Dongo's Cavern, I think. But whatever, it's gone now. We're also going to need Epona, since she will be integral to finding these poes, and then, last but not least, we're going to need our bow and arrows. So I guess while Epona's galloping towards us, we can go ahead and equip that. Also, might as well unequip the fire arrows, since they're not going to be really that helpful. But basically what you want to do is hop on Epona's back and ride around Hyrule Field looking for poes. Now, all the poes are tied to an inanimate object here in Hyrule Field. Like, for instance, the first poe that we can get is tied to the sign. So we run right by it, bam, the poe's going to appear, and now we just got to shoot it twice with our bow and arrow. Then, yeah, the soul sort of hits the ground, and now we have to get off of Epona and scoop that soul up into one of our bottles. So we can only carry 3 at a time right now. So we're going to be taking like 4 trips out into Hyrule Field to collect all of these poes, which kind of stinks and makes this quest a little more tedious than it needs to be. But it's not really that big of a deal. The next poe is right in between Lon Ranch and this tree. Let's just shoot this guy real quick. I probably will cut out a majority of the traveling, like either back and forth between Hyrule Field and like the guy who wants to buy the souls, and also some of the traveling between each of the souls themselves, since they are sort of spread out all over the place in Hyrule Field. And I think there's another one somewhere over here. Okay, so this next soul is right inside that bush. Let's shoot this guy real quick before he gets away. There we go. If a poe does get away, just sort of walk a little bit farther from when it spawned and then turn around. It'll actually respawn very easily, so there's no need to like reload the map whatsoever. Anyways, our bottles are full, so let's make our first pit stop to the guy back near the moat in Hyrule Castle Town. Okay, so here we are. Let's talk to this guy. Hey, young man, what's happening today? If you have a poe, I will buy it. Your card is 0 points. Come back again. Hee hee hee. Alright, so let's actually take out one of our poes and show it to him. Oh, you brought a poe today. Very interesting. This is a big poe. I'll buy it for 50 rupees. On top of that, I'll put 100 points on your card. If you earn 1,000 points, you'll be a happy man. Hee hee. Alright, so that's basically how this works. Let's give him the remaining 2 poes that we have. Then we'll just go back out to Hyrule Field and search for the next 3 poes. So I guess I'll see you guys once we find the next poe. Alright, so the next poe is right inside this patch of grass near, I guess the southern section of Hyrule Field. If you ever want to know where I am, just take a look at the map on the upper screen. That gives you a better idea of where I am in Hyrule Field. And there we go, another poe soul for us. On to the next one. And the next one is very similar in that same area right by that tree. So let's shoot this guy down real quick. No, don't you dare get away from me. Thank goodness, like, when you hit them once, it sort of stuns them. So as long as you can readjust your aim after that first hit, you should be fine. But there we go, our next soul. Alright, I'll see you guys in a second. And the next one is right by this silver rock, sort of near the entrance to Kokiri Forest. And, there we go, perfect. And since this is our third one, I will be going back to, you know, the, weird ghost guy in Hyrule Castle Town to sort of trade these in. So I'll just see you guys at the next poe. Okay, so the next one is right inside that bush over on the eastern section of Hyrule, sort of near Gerudo Valley. But, that one's actually really, really easy to get. So you should be perfectly fine. And another poe soul for us. On to the next one. Alright, so this next one is by this rock wall, sort of near Lon Lon Ranch. The rock wall serves like no other purpose other than spawning this poe, so now that we've got this soul in our possession, we are good to go. I guess I'll see you guys once we find the next poe. Alright, so this one is sort of near Gerudo Valley. This one can be kind of annoying because it does like to fly into the wall, so make sure you shoot that one very, very quickly. Wow, we actually got super close because that one, its soul almost spawned in the wall, but thankfully we got that one. And again, I need to go and turn these in, so I'll see you guys at the next poe soul. Okay, and last but not least, this one is kind of annoying. You want to go right under this underpass near Kakariko Village and shoot this guy before it gets too far away. It's kind of annoying because the opponent can get like stuck on the ledge there and mess up your shots, but as long as you shoot it down, you'll be able to get the final soul. Alright, so in the bottle you go, my man, and that is all 10. That took a very, very long time for me to do because, well, let's just say I didn't get every single poe on my first attempt. In fact, there were quite a few of them that I had trouble getting to spawn more than once, which was kind of annoying, but whatever. It's over now. It's one of the longest quests in this game, so I'm glad that we got it out of the way when we did. Anyways, let's go and turn in the final poe and get our reward, shall we? So, here you go, man. Yeah, blah-de, blah-de, blah. Here's your poe. Give me my points. Fantastic. Wait a minute, wow. You earned 1,000 points. Young man, you are a genuine ghost hunter. Is that what you expected me to say? Because of you, I have extra inventory of big poes, so this will be the last time I can buy one of these ghosts. You're thinking about what I promised would happen when you earned 1,000 points, heh. Don't worry, I didn't forget, just take this. And it gives us an empty bottle. Yeah, we did all that for the 4th and final empty bottle in the game. It's not really worth it. I probably wouldn't recommend doing this unless you're going for 100% completion. Anyways, though, I think that's where I'm going to end off this video. So if you guys enjoyed this part, a like rating would be greatly appreciated. If you want to see more, consider subscribing. But once again, guys, my name is Matt. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.